Day number 8. We got the parts we needed. Everything's holding up okay right now, so I think we're going to do the repairs on the trail this evening. So we should be about a half an hour out till we're back on the trail and scouting Idaho. So we're excited to be here, excited for another day, and yeah.
The terrain in Idaho looked like a scene out of a post-apocalyptic thriller. It was desolate, and the hillsides were stained with black shadows, evidence of the devastating fires that had plagued the Northwest. The sound of helicopter blades slicing through the air further highlighted the extent of the impact, as they rounded up livestock still on the loose. We had little idea what Idaho had in store for us, but we were sure it'd be different than anything we'd faced before. As one explorer put it, adventure truly begins at the crossroads of preparation and desperation. These words test to push our resolve when faced with overwhelming adversity. And although we weren't in any immediate danger, the situation we found ourselves in would definitely test our ingenuity. As we rounded the crest on what would prove to be the most difficult trail on the journey, we were forced to learn a lesson we'd have preferred to avoid.
Well, we just came from all the way down there, as far back as your guy can see, some really intense trail. My ranger's right there, stuck, and so I call for Jay. I tell him, hey, we're stuck. He turns around, and I don't know if you can see that. His tire is sideways.
So, like idiots, we decided that we were going to fix the truck on the trail. Two of the bolts that I used to temporarily fix the problem are now sheared off in there, and we have 2 studs missing. So I just redid them, and there's tons of grease in there.
Easy, and no water crossings, and it'll be fine.
Okay.
It's gonna fling grease out of there, but it's not gonna run dry in a short amount of time.
Okay, so we got it back together. I'm not super confident because we only have 2 studs in there and are torqued on pretty hard, so it just makes me a little nervous. I don't know why. Probably laziness, just being 8 days on the trail, but we should have replaced those before we left town. And like boneheads, we didn't. And then we had this happen. So, valuable lesson learned by OTO. Fix what you can fix when you can fix it. As soon as you can fix it. But all in all, the team worked together really well. We got it back together, and we're going to be back on the road and head back into town and try to extract these studs. So that's what it's all about.
Kind of interesting. I said, hey Jay, let's back up, take a picture. And I'm glad we did, because I got out and was backing him up, and I noticed that there was a small coolant leak. So that could have been bad, but that's what they're fixing right now. So on top of the broken studs and the hub assembly, the whole tire going bonkers on us, I'm really thankful that we caught that. Had I not wanted to stop to take a picture, then we might not have caught it. So.
We overcame our challenges as a team, and with the old Land Cruiser patched up, we headed back into town.
Back to Boise. That's a wrap. No more trail. Parts will be in tomorrow afternoon. We'll have it done tomorrow night. Tomorrow is going to be our last day on the trail anyway. We got 8 trail days in, including today. But that's how it goes. Parts break, stuff goes wrong, we make a poor decision and it affects things. Now we know for next time.
We'd weathered the storm, and unfortunately it held us back from experiencing much of Idaho. But we had a full day of repairs ahead of us, with all of its own setbacks and frustrations.
First, let us use this driveway right there.
Long live Oregon Trail, baby. Woo!
That's right. That's right.
Well, we are at Chris and Isabel Wright's. They were nice enough to let us use their driveway, and we are going to break down the passenger side knuckle, and also to just kind of inspect to see what's going on inside and make sure there's nothing damaged in there.
As we took the passenger side hub apart, we realized we'd lost a trunnion bearing, a part not only essential to the function of the truck, but also almost impossible to find in Boise, Idaho on a Saturday. After exhausting all of our resources, we decided to check the local junkyards for the part.
Okay, so we just left the junkyard, and believe it or not, the axles were gone. But whoever took the axles out dropped the trunnion bearings on the ground, and they were sitting on the ground. So we walked up, a little disappointed when he didn't see any axles, but as I walked closer, I saw a bunch of random little parts laying on the ground, and I picked up 2 trunnion bearings.
With everything back together and the end of our trip at hand, we packed up and made our way back home to Oregon.
Well, the good news is we're on the freeway, and so far, Jason's tire looks like it's doing well. We're on I-84 heading west, on our way home.
We travel through life often unaware of the beauty that hides in the rewards of taking risks. It's our fear that holds us back. It's our expectation that slows us down, but it's the time wasted dreaming of the dream, not realizing this is the real villain. Too often the challenges of following your dreams overshadow the small burning flame called passion until it's snuffed out and becomes just a dream. It was a long 10 days, but not nearly as long as the journey that lays ahead. Every once in a while the obstacles on the trail outweighed the energy to push on, but this is why we move through life as a unit. It's why we band together when situations seem bleak. It's what holds us accountable to the men by our side, and what motivates us to pull a fallen brother as the pioneers did before us. The lessons learned on this voyage are ones forged through the blood, sweat, and dirt of our brow, but ones that will carry us through the next 40 days of life down our one-lane road.
There you go.
Hey, that's one for the bloopers, right?
Take two.
French fries from Sonic. He's delicious.
Delicious?
Would you like some of my fries, son? There you go.
It really is delicious.
Very delicious.
Is it fun, Wookie?
Yeah,
Did you have fun? It was lots of fun.
Yeah, it was lots of fun. Fuck you. I'll do it in a minute. Good trip. Yeah.
Camera shy guy.
I think I'm better behind the camera than in front of the camera.
I'm sincere when I say this. It was the gnarliest there was a sign for the first time that said, it literally said, motorized vehicles not recommended. We do not recommend you traveling past this road. I'm expressing how I feel with motion. Interpretive.